Good afternoon, it's Ted Wake here, one of the directors at Kirker Holidays. Delighted that you've been able to join us this afternoon. And before I hand over to Barry Cheeseman and Simon Rowland-Jones, who will be interviewing the Echea Quartet, together with John Myesko, who's the cellist from the Dorics, I would just like to thank all Kirker clients for the support you've given us over the last year. It has been a little bit tricky for travel, but we have an excellent long-term plan and are looking forward to having you travel with us once again. Of course, travel we hope will be opening up towards the end of July this year for international travel, and perhaps before that for UK travel. We've got one or two departures lined up in July, but before that in June, we have a departure for the Grange Festival. Takes place at the Grange in Hampshire. That's departing on the 29th of June. And then in July, we've got the Gardens of Wicklow in Ireland. And then in the middle of July, both the Buxton Opera Festival and the Three Choirs Festival on the 10th and the 24th of July, respectively. Perfect for those music lovers who've been itching to get away on holiday. In August, early on, we have the Puccini Opera Festival in Tuscany. And then on the 15th of August, the Baroque Opera Festival in Sweden. On the 16th of August, it's the North Norfolk Music Festival. And of course, Barry and Simon have been running that festival for over a decade now. And before I hand over to them, just like to confirm that there will be a Kirker group going to the North Norfolk Music Festival. So if you'd like to join that in the middle of August, don't hesitate to let us know. On the 12th of October, got the Kirker Ischia Festival, and that is our renowned music festival on the magical island of Ischia, and we hope there'll be a full complement of concerts and indeed a full complement of the audience, those people who have been longing to get away to a fabulous location and listen to some world-class music. I will shortly be handing over to Barry and Simon, who will be interviewing the Echea. But just before then, I must mention, if you're interested in a tailor-made Kirker holiday, one of our short breaks, please don't hesitate to contact us. The Kirker team in reservations is there, ready to talk to you, make a reservation, discuss your plans, perhaps for later this year, or maybe for 2022. Right, handing over now to Simon and Barry. Thank you once again for taking part in this concert. The interview with the Echea lasts for 10 minutes and the concert itself is just 23 minutes. Just remains for me to wish you a very happy Easter and look forward to hearing from you again soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice talking to the Kirker client base from here in Norfolk, where we've been for a whole year, almost to the day. But in the meantime, we've also been very busy, keeping musically busy and planning lovely new holidays for 2022 and indeed later this year. And I hope that I'll see as many of you as possible again very soon. I've missed everybody on all the tours and all the concerts we do and everything that has kept us going for all these years. But here we are in Norfolk, and I just want to explain why we're here today, because coming on to this presentation will be the lovely Echea Quartet. And Simon Rowland-Jones, many again will know who he is, will tell you all why they're here and how he got involved. And we've got a surprise guest in the form of John Myesko, the cellist from the Doric String Quartet, which of course many of you have seen all over the place. So welcome, John. We're here legally in Norfolk because this is entirely an educational process taking place under the auspices of the Royal College of Music, and that allows quartets to gather and be together and practice and rehearse. Most quartets haven't been with each other for a year now, as many of them not even on the same continent. So the Echeas have been in this village, South Crete, where the North Norfolk Music Festival is held, working together for many weeks, indeed months it seems sometimes, but they're here still, they've come for the second time and enjoying themselves very much despite the weather and the rain. But on the whole, it's been lovely they've had a nice time together escaping from London. John is coming up for the last few days, been here to add to the coaching and mentoring that Simon's been doing as well. The Echea are coming. We booked them while they're here. We didn't let them get away without engaging them for a Kirker holiday. They're going to come to Madeira, which is a new destination for us in March 2022, the third week of March, 22nd of March. This is a new one for us in Madeira. We've got all the perfect components coming together, which we hope will be a sellout. So Simon, I'm going to say, please, thank you for coming today, and please introduce the Echea and look forward to hearing what you've got to say. Thank you, everybody, and see you soon somewhere.
Well, you can see the lovely Echea Quartet sitting here. Left to right, whereas we've got Eliza, who's the cellist, and then Rosa, first violin, Alieta, second violin, and David, the violist. And I think they've had an amazing opportunity here when so many, particularly young quartets, weren't able to be together during this period, and to find that there was a way of doing it. And not only that, but instead of having to travel from one end of London to another to meet together, they were in the same building for weeks on end, and they have worked so hard. It's fantastic. I mean, the other night they finished at 3 a.m. apparently. They were sight reading through lots of Haydn quartets, trying to pick a new one to learn. So I think it's given them a real opportunity to grow very fast, this being up in Norfolk. And so, you know, some good things did happen during lockdown. The quartet got together at the Royal Academy of Music, where John Myerscough, who's here, teaches and cello but a lot of chamber music, I suppose mostly chamber music. The whole Doric Quartet are involved in that, of course. And he has been the Echea's mentor really since the beginning. And so he will say a few words, but maybe just let the quartet tell us how you got together, first of all. Somebody from the quartet, Eliza.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having us. And yeah, we've felt incredibly lucky to be able to spend the past couple of months here actually at the York Trust. And it's been fantastic to work so closely with both John and Simon. So we're very, very indebted in these otherwise really tricky times. And it's been very quiet and very concentrated. So we're really hugely grateful. But the quartet
you rather enjoyed the vegetable stall, I think.
Yes, very much so. enormous vegetables, bigger than our faces. But the quartet began in September of 2017, where we all studied for our masters. Allegro and I met at that point. And it has grown and mutated over the past, particularly over the past year. And Rosa joined in March 2020 and Dave in October of last year as well. And it's been a tremendous journey from small beginnings to now something quite different. And yeah, it's been a fantastic thing to have in our lives.
And you've made a lot of recordings while you've been here, and they have to do with entering competitions and so on, do they, for the future?
Yes, they do. One of the things that's vastly changed with lockdown is home recording. So we've been recording for live streams, recording for various auditions and submissions, applications. So it's been so amazing to have access to the chapel here to record in.
Yeah, great opportunity. John, so when did you first meet the quartet?
So I got to know the quartet actually very, very early in their life, probably in sort of the first month or two at the Royal Academy of Music, where they were all studying, and I had a few coaching sessions with them, and gradually have begun to spend more and more time with them as they progressed through the academy. I then became their mentor teacher, and then we've just continued working ever since. And it's such a joy to be able to work with one single group and see them develop, and not just sort of drop in and do a little quick fix coaching, but actually to really engage with the group and to really work with a group at the real sort of details of the art of quartet playing, which, as so many of you know, is an incredibly complicated thing to do. And it's been a joy to spend so much time with them and get to know them as people as well as musicians and to see how the group has evolved. And I think now, especially with these 2 extended stays they've had here in Norfolk, I think it's just an incredibly wonderful opportunity for them, and also for me on a personal note to see them working with you, Simon, and to be involved with both you and Barry and on the with Kirker Holidays, which has been such a huge part of my life as a young quartet player, and spending a lot of time up here with you, Simon, years and years ago, back in starting, I'm thinking about 2007 or something, and even earlier, and then having done so much work for Kirker Holidays over the past 10 years or so, and to see this new generation of quartet players doing the same thing and having that the space to coexist here and to work without any of the pressures of being in London, I think is just very special for me, and I think incredibly exciting for the quartet. And to now see them primed to be going off to Madeira, hopefully in a year's time, I think I know full well what a thrilling thing that is to do, and to experience the unique aspect of concerts for Kirker with this wonderful way of connecting with audiences and the client. So that's brought me a great amount of pleasure over the years, and it's just delighted to see that they will have the similar opportunities, and I'm sure they'll grab it with glee.
There's something to add about Madeira, which we haven't mentioned yet, that as well as these wonderful young musicians, we will be including in the holiday as well the pianist Melvin Tan, who's a lot of you will have seen on Kirker Holidays before and will know well. And so I hope at some point we'll get the 5 of them together, and there will be a performance of something like Schumann Piano Quintet or whatever people want to do. But so we're really looking forward to that.
Well, thank you. John, I think I need to sort out the tip for you afterwards for doing that fabulous PR exercise there. But maybe we can include the Schubert Quintet in Madeira, and we suddenly need another cellist, so maybe you can come.
Well, that'd be the ideal tip. So, Barry, I'm well schooled in these things, you know.
You are, yeah. Anyway, it's wonderful to see you there, and remember all the things we've done and what we're going to do in the future. It's sometimes very difficult, very easy to think, oh, we won't do it anymore because it's over. But of course, it isn't over, and we're here now planning for the future, and looking forward to seeing you all soon playing. And thank you again. And
would Eliza
enjoy
like
the rest of the time in Norfolk.
Would Eliza like to say anything about the pieces that you're going to play in once this video is finished, which will be in a minute?
So we will be performing 2 movements from Haydn's Opus 33 Quartet in B minor, a very kind of complex and quite twisted work. The slow movement and the finale, which is a kind of fiery, vivacious ending, as well as 2 movements from the last of Mozart's 10 celebrated quartets, his K590 in F major, quite regal, and is really toying with more conventional aspects of string quartet writing. So we hope you enjoy those.
Thank you very much. Well, we look forward to hearing the video. Bye.
Thank you.